We are expecting some rain, and you can see those clouds hovering above the uptown skyline. The roads are dry, though, as we look at East Independence Boulevard. A messy commute, though, could be ahead for our drivers after the workday.
Tracking a timeline, meteorologist Andrew Brightman right now. Andrew, when are we expected to see the heavy stuff here in the Charlotte area?
Honestly, Brian, probably right around peak rush hour across the Queen City, between maybe 5:30 to 6:30. That's when really the storms are going to start to move in earnest across central portions of our viewing area. One place where they're seeing it right now is up in Beach Mountain. And man, I've just a hat tip to some of the people I've actually still seen skiing and snowboarding in heavy rain right now up in the mountains, but they could get at least a little bit of snow on the backside of this system come tomorrow. But we are also concerned this evening about severe weather. We haven't seen much of it right now. We did have a couple severe thunderstorm warnings up for portions of Ashe as well as Avery County about an hour or so ago. But the big concern here is sort of this more tannish brownish color that you see around Atlanta. That's the enhanced risk, the tier 3 out of 5, but still could see some isolated severe weather. We are under that slight risk, the tier 2 out of 5 satellite and radar. Watching those storms really roll through Boone as we speak. And quite frankly, it's a little bit dangerous to be out trying to ski right now, as we do see quite a few lightning strikes in and around some of those mountain ski resorts. But we're watching some of the strongest storms starting to push off to the east, northeast, and northeast. So some of these storms I see maybe to the north and east of Atlanta, a little bit west of Columbia. We're going to be watching these storms as they push into central portions of our viewing area as we head through the next couple of hours or so. And again, this is all part of a cold front that's moving on through, that's going to bring our temperatures back to reality. Again, it's around the 70-degree mark right now as you're walking out the door in Charlotte. It is very, very mild for this time of year. Timing it out here with Futurecast. You can see the storms really starting to move in as we go through the 5 to 6 and 6:30 hour, really coming up on Charlotte between 6:15 and 6:30. That line of storms continues to push off to the east as we get towards 7:30, 8 o'clock. And then by about 8 to 9, still seeing some lingering rain, but any severe weather potential is done at this point as temperatures begin to fall. Also, the atmosphere starts to stabilize. And then as we go through the overnight hours, we just see a lot of cloud cover, and then also some upsloping showers, and eventually that's going to start to turn on over to snow. Now, when we talk about the severe weather threats this evening, this is not going to continue past 8 or 9 o'clock tonight. Big concern, strong gusty winds up to 60 miles an hour. Wouldn't be shocked if we see some isolated power outages, maybe some localized street flooding, and perhaps an isolated tornado. But overall, the atmospheric ingredients, thankfully, don't look that conducive, at least at the moment, for any significant tornadic activity. Then as we go to Friday, we watch the cold air move in, and then we start watching the snowfall, especially on the northwest-facing peaks where you get that upslope flow and really starts to squeeze out any moisture in the atmosphere. And that's where we're going to see some scattered snow showers as we go throughout the day Friday, and potentially through Friday evening and into your MLK Day weekend. It is going to be looking pretty good for at least a little bit of light snow out there. Many of these ski resorts really could use some of the natural powder coming from Mother Nature. And places like Beach Mountain around Sugar Mountain, you guys are going to be in luck here just in time for the holiday weekend. We're not talking about any of the 2 to 5 feet of snow that they've seen out west, but hey, 4 to 8 inches, that will make a difference. As we go through this evening, big differences here. By 11 o'clock, really starting to dry out across the Carolinas. Our weather will begin to improve. We'll see sunshine here in Charlotte on our Friday. Low temperatures tonight, upper 40s. Still going to be mild down to mid 40s. Here in Charlotte, we push up into the foothills here, low to mid 40s, and then up in the mountains. This is when the cold air really starts to flood in, and we start to see those changes as well as we get to your Friday morning. Now, tomorrow, we're going to be fine here in Charlotte. It's up in the mountains where they're going to be dealing with slick roadways and potentially, again, some snow-covered roadways. Tomorrow's highs, mid-30s in Boone and Jefferson, low 50s in Charlotte, so still just right around average for this time of year. Weekend forecast up in the mountains, again, maybe a couple of lingering snow showers on Saturday and then sunshine the rest of the weekend. 7-day forecast. We are watching, again, the PM showers potentially on Tuesday and then looking good as we head through your weekend forecast.